What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Speakin podcast, man. We're on week 15, man. Week 15 of the NFL. We haven't done NFL in a couple weeks. Really, been diving into the really crunch time of the college football season. But we're gonna take a look here at this past weekend and look at upcoming weekend because we're closing in on the end of the regular season for the NFL, man. We've only got 3 weeks left.
So it's 17 weeks. So I mean,
we're coming up, man. We are coming up. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. We're gonna look at some games this past weekend, a couple games. We're gonna look at this weekend coming up, but then we're gonna dive into the playoff picture. Because I mean that's really what everybody's playing for right now. Playoff contention and seeding. So
there's a lot of teams eliminated, not a lot of teams locked in. So
yeah, we're gonna take a dive into that. So let's look here. Really, at the first thing, really the big news of the weekend was Phillip Rivers coming back from
Rivers.
Man,
old man Rivers.
All 13 kids and 16 grandkids, and
for what it's worth, I think he did pretty swell.
He didn't play too bad. He really didn't. He really didn't play too bad. What he had? He had 120 yards.
I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, when you look at it, it's pretty. But it's what you expect.
It's more he managed the game that was being played versus putting up numbers.
They had that game won too. I think they had the lead with like 45 seconds to go. Seattle wind up driving down and kicking like a 60-yarder to take the lead and crush old man Rivers' dreams. But it's interesting to see what they're going to be the rest of the year because both these teams are still in playoff contention.
They are.
Seattle's pretty much locked in.
Seattle's such a good football team. It's crazy. They're just a solid football team.
Yeah, their defense is back to almost Legion of Boom type material. No, I can't say that. That's just
their defense is really good though. They do have a good defense.
Mm-hmm. The Colts, they're gonna have to figure it out if Rivers is gonna be that guy going on. To me, I would have had Riley Leonard, and that's who he plays, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not trusting in him. I
think he's hurt. I think he got injured in the game he played. He is injured
with a knee or something. He's got a little issue somewhere, but I mean, the Colts. It's going to be interesting. It was a hard loss with Daniel Jones, but I don't know. I don't think they really make a playoff run. I think they lose the rest of the games out. Jonathan Taylor hasn't been the best he's been all year. He's starting to decline a little bit.
I easily could see, with Phillip Rivers being at Q right now, I feel like they're going to load the box. They're not going to let them run the football. They're going to make Phillip Rivers win these games, getting off the couch.
It was kind of hard watching Phillip Rivers move around in that pocket. It looked like his legs were jelly in a couple plays. Yeah. They weren't working for him, which that could lead to injuries and.
Yeah.
Then they'll really be screwed. I like the fact that he's a good mentor and knows the offense, and he could be a good role model in QB locker room with Riley Leonard, but I think they're going to start Rivers most of the way, the rest of the way.
I think they do too.
If he can stay healthy.
Interesting if they can make a playoff run, but a big win. Big win by Seattle here over Phillip Rivers and the Colts, man. Next, we're going to look at Green Bay. Big game here. Really for the AFC and NFC. Green Bay.
Another heartbreak in here. Micah Parsons
out with ACL. Green Bay takes another loss, not just with Micah Parsons, but the game itself. 26-34. Denver, continues their winning streak, but them losing Micah Parsons is big, man. That's massive. That is massive for them because he was the big acquisition in the off season.
Oh yeah,
or middle of the season.
That was the big trade. So you look at Dallas now, and did they really lose on that trade?
Oh no, they won the trade for sure. I think,
and this just solidified it, and everybody was hating on them, but.
Yeah, just tough loss for them. But mainly with Micah Parsons, man. We just keep seeing all these good players go down. We continue to see injuries, just
and it's all
nonstop.
Non-contact. Well, except for not McBride. Who's the one that got his knee bent backwards? Ertz? No.
Yeah, it was Zach Ertz. Yeah,
that was a contact injury that could have been avoided.
That's probably going to end him in his career.
And I think he already blew it. I think I remember him wearing a knee brace at one point in time. Anyway, so who else went down? I think I read something like there's been like 15 people.
Every week it's like 15. It's crazy.
ACL done. I don't know. It's really ruining the game of football for us.
Yeah, it's
And I don't know if it
it's
has
tough,
to do
man.
with the field or the nutrition or the way that they work out now or just how things are now. I don't know. Maybe it was the COVID shot. Who knows?
It's crazy, just all these injuries, but you know, impressive. Broncos, what are they on? A 10 or 11 game win streak?
Didn't we have them making a run in the beginning of the season?
I think we had them as like sleepers for playoffs
Yeah, I think
or
I had
something.
them and the Chargers, I believe.
Like they've exceeded all expectations for sure. I think they've got the number one seed right now in the
They
AFC.
are the number one seed after that win against.
They just do what it takes to win games. Their defense is so good. Their defense is what's carried them, to be real. Like Bo Nix and crew aren't playing bad football, but they're not lighting up the scoreboard. But this defense is allowing teams not to light up the scoreboard. So
They got Defensive Player of the Year, right? Sertan, or was that 2 years ago?
It's been, I think it's a couple years ago.
But I think he is actually hurt right now.
Yeah, Patrick Surtain is down right now.
So
that's not a great thing for the Broncos, but their defense is still balling, and they took care of the Packers. And
Green Bay's not playing bad football either. The running game is really good. I think they still get a wild card. So because this is a division matchup, right?
This is not. No, this is NFC North and AFC West.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's not good for the Packers because the Bears have got stronghold of that division, and they're really the Broncos really are clearly in the lead for that division. But the Chiefs aren't really it this year, and
Chargers are right behind.
Chargers kind of struggled in the middle of the year, so like they kind of were able to like extend their lead. And the Raiders are not very good at all. So
Giants should have beat the Broncos. Giants should have beat the Chargers. I mean, should have beat the whole
20-something in the
losing a 21-point lead in almost every game this year. Fourth quarter comeback in almost every game this year.
6 quarters, no scores.
Yeah, how do you go from doing that to doing that?
Oh man,
it's just a roller coaster with the Giants.
Big win for the Broncos, and they're cruising right for the playoffs, man. Next here we'll look at Detroit.
Probably
the Rams,
game
man.
of the week. Well, not really, because I think
kinda.
the Rams had like a 14-point lead most of the game.
Look at the
Lions were
here.
up. And then they got blown out in the third.
Second half, the Rams really took hold. But, great game nonetheless. Both teams put up points. This is what I miss, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get games like this anymore. I remember growing up and seeing teams go back and forth and quarterbacks putting up big numbers and stuff. And we just don't
These are
see
the type
games
of
like this
quarterbacks that
anymore.
do that, though. These quarterbacks right here, we might not see them for much longer. And what they're doing for us, even Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers,
getting out there balling, but
let's see the what they threw for. I think
great game, man. Great game. Obviously, Goff had a big day. Matthew Stafford had a big day.
750 total passing
over
yards.
700 yards, man.
Not even including rushing yards.
It's that's a lot, man. Both of these quarterbacks went and played very, very well. But the Rams went and got a win, and Rams, just like I said, they were I had them as a Super Bowl team. I had them against the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. Obviously, the Ravens are probably not going to the Super Bowl, but Rams look like they're in prime position to try to make a run here. But great game here. Exciting game. Fun game. This was a really fun game to watch.
I think it was a primetime game too, right?
I think this was Sunday night, right?
It was the only game on, I'm pretty sure.
I think. So, no. I think this was the Sunday evening. I don't think it was Sunday night. I think it was Sunday evening that they played.
Well, it's bright.
primetime.
Yeah, it looks like it's bright.
So, great matchup here. Great football. Like this, this is what I miss. I miss these shootouts and stuff. We don't get a lot of them, but great game by both teams here. Exciting. And both of these teams are probably playoff teams, and I want to see both of these teams make a run here.
I forgot what the record is. I think they're like even.
I feel like they should get a wild card.
We'll take a look at it when we look at the playoff picture.
We'll definitely take a look at it here in a second. And actually, let's just go ahead and dive into that right now.
Wow.
Looking at
all these teams you would not expect to see.
Oh, yeah.
Jaguars, Patriots. Really, you could say the Rams.
For sure.
And really, you could say the Broncos, too. The Bears, for sure. Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. Wow.
So it's the I guess top 7, but But yeah, very, very interesting to see these teams and really looking at the AFC side. Obviously, the big thing is the Broncos have the number 1 seed right now, and I think they're close to clinching. I think the number 1 seed. But Patriots are another team that no one really expected them to be this good.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars, no one expected to be this good. I feel like people expected the Steelers to be a decent team, but not a division-winning team because everyone's was looking at the Ravens as like an elite level team.
And they're done, I think.
The Bills, the Bills are a team that people were expecting to be maybe the best team in football, and they kind of have, I don't want to say full-on struggle, but they've kind of had some bumps in the road along the way.
That has a lot to do with the Patriots doing so good, too, this
year. It really has.
They did get a big win over the Patriots.
They did.
With that big fourth quarter comeback. I think it was a 21-point comeback in Foxborough, in the snow.
Yeah. That was a big game from this weekend, actually. It was crazy because I was like, man, I haven't seen a real snow game yet. Like, this is looking like it might be a real snow game.
Yeah, and I was playing against Josh Allen in fantasy, and I thought I had it locked in with ease, and then all of a sudden, here comes another 40-point fantasy game.
Yeah. We got Chargers here. Chargers were a team that I feel like the Chargers are kind of what people expected.
Yep.
They looked like the best team in football to start the year, and then they kind of came back down to earth. But I think they're in a good position here. They're right behind the Broncos here in the AFC West, and so I think that they're for sure going to get a playoff spot here. And then the Texans, they're 9-5 here.
There's only 5 more potential teams to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And really on the bubble, we got the Colts who, with Phillip Rivers, I'm not sure if they're going to get there.
If they can win a game or two, I can see it.
And if the Texans don't take care of business and the Ravens do, I can see the Ravens maybe popping in that last week of the season and grabbing a spot.
Texans have the number 1 defense, I think.
Yes, they do. They do have the number 1 defense in the league right now.
And that's really saved their season because their offense has been so wishy-washy all year.
Yeah. And looking at the Rams here, on the NFC side, obviously they've got the number 1 seed. Probably the shock of everything on the NFC side, the Bears. Bears have the second best record in the whole NFC here. Not expected. Nobody expected this at all.
Yeah. They've been playing good football. It's not like they're just winning games. They're playing good football.
They're finding a way to get it done. Galen Williams is actually going and playing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Eagles. This is crazy. This just shows you how terrible the NFC East is.
Nah, what you call him earlier? You said he's a stud.
Who?
Caleb Williams.
Nah,
you said he's a stud.
Not him. I think it was Ryan Williams. Yeah, Ryan Williams for Alabama.
He a stud.
But the Eagles, man. The Eagles obviously are winning that division, but that division is terrible. And
it was one of the best divisions at the beginning of the year. Had all the potential of having a
couple
great
playoff teams,
but the Commanders have not been what they were supposed to be.
Injured all year. Cowboys just don't look good at all.
Giants can't find a way to win a game. They played good football.
That's crazy. Out of all the NFC East teams, the Eagles realistically played the best football.
Yep.
But the Giants really played the best football out of everybody else, but they just lost all those games.
If we would have started dark from the beginning of the season, Russell Wilson really just threw away games for us.
It was a rough year for them, but the Eagles, man, right now winning the division, they're probably locking up. I think they've already clinched.
Yeah, I think Dallas has a chance, but
interesting. To me, they're interesting out because I just don't feel like the Eagles can score, but their defense is still really good. But
they're nothing like it was last year.
It's not at all. Not at all.
They figured out Saquon to a T. I think it has a lot to do with the O-line.
Yeah. Buccaneers. The NFC South is probably the worst division in football. The Falcons are trash. Who else is in the division?
Saints.
The Saints are trash.
Panthers.
Then you got the Panthers and the Bucks. They don't know who wants to win the division.
And it's either you're going to be in or you're going to be out.
It's just crazy. This division race between the Panthers and the Buccaneers is crazy.
And they're racing for the division because if they won't get a wild card.
I think they're like half a game apart. I think. Something like that.
They're tied.
They're 7-7 and 7-7. So it just kind of depends on what shakes out with those division records.
It's saying they have an 87% chance.
It's crazy. And then like 87, and then look, the Panthers are at that's crazy. They're at a 6% chance. But it's very interesting because I mean they're every week. I mean they're biting at the heels of each other. So interesting.
You don't know what
with
you're
that
going to
race.
get out of Buccaneers football. You don't know what you're going to get out of Panthers football. So I mean they have to win these games.
Yep. Seahawks. The Seahawks may be the best wild card team ever.
Yeah.
It's like just because they're in the same division as the Rams, an 11-3 football team is a 5th seed. This is where I've always been like, I don't mind the way that the teams qualify for the playoffs, but I would like to see a reseeding. I would like to see them seeded by record.
Should it be like conference by or like 4 get by or 4 like there's 4 seed?
I mean, I like the way it is. I would leave it the way it is.
And it goes to all the highest.
But I would have like the way it is now, like obviously the 4 division winners.
Yeah.
And then you get 3 wild card teams. Or no. Is it no, it's more than that, right?
2, I thought. No.
Is it 2? 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3. 3 wild card teams. Instead of it being seeded like this, I would have it just seeded by record. At the end of the season, everyone that qualifies for the playoff is in, then they just reseed them.
Even if you win the division, if you're a lower score or a lower record team, you should be below.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I would easily have the Seahawks, at the 2nd seed, even though that they're below the Rams, who's won the division.
Yep.
I think seeding by record would be good because
they actually haven't won the division yet either.
That is true. That is very, very true. And they do have the same record. So, I mean, and that goes both ways with the Rams and the Seahawks. So I could easily see that working out the same way. But I would like to see a reseeding of the playoffs because the Seahawks at 5 is kind of tough. Just because, I mean, you've got the Bucks. They're ranked below 3 teams in, the NFC, and they have a better record than all 3 of them. So it's very interesting there. And
a team that has slid under the radar all year long, the 49ers.
Yes. We were preparing for the pod when we're looking at this, and I'm looking at the 10-4 record for the 49ers.
We just saw at the beginning of the year how demolished their defense got. They were injury after injury after injury on defense.
The most injured team of the last 5 years in the NFL, by the way.
I don't know, and you can't really say strength of schedule in NFL. I don't think that's really.
You can, but it's less weighted because everyone is so even.
I think it's more strength of wins than it is strength of schedule.
Kinda.
But I guess that works both ways because if you lose, then it's
the margin is just so much slimmer just because it's way less. Of a variety of good to bad. Everyone's kind of, everyone's a good football team. They're just better football teams than others. So
I mean, they're getting players back late in the year, and they're still winning. I think Brock Purdy returned like a week ago, and he's playing good football.
Yeah.
It's not like, who was it, Mac Jones? Or was it?
He was in there. Yeah,
it was Mac Jones. He played good football for them. I think they're getting a couple wide receivers back. I don't know. They're having a little situation with Brandon Ayuk I read about.
Yeah, he's done there.
Where he's refusing to play almost.
He's done there.
But he's under contract, like $120 million.
Something crazy.
It was like a really big contract, and he's just refusing to play. I don't know.
It's wild. Packers, like we were talking about earlier, Packers were playing good football. Good football team. Not 9-4-1 last team, so they're kind of like on the bubble, kind of. So I mean, they're right there.
I'm tired of seeing ties.
Yeah, I mean, it does affect the way that seeding can happen. Interesting. They've got to keep winning because the Lions are right there. The Lions are just clawing at them right there.
The Lions do not have a tie,
exactly. I'm wondering if they play again. If the Packers and Lions play I don't know if they've already played twice or not.
Don't they play this week?
They may.
Green Bay at Chicago.
They may.
It's Green Bay.
But very, very interesting here. And it's within division too. So with it being within division, that's big.
So who's winning the division? The Bears.
The Bears are. But this is a good race. This is a good race for the playoffs right
You
here.
could potentially say that that's the best division in football right now.
Maybe for sure.
The AFC North or
maybe AFC West, maybe with the Colts and the Chargers and
yeah.
This is a really really good division, and Packers are on the bubble, and the Lions are right there outside of the playoffs. Obviously, we were talking about earlier. The Panthers are trying to win that NFC South. They're tied with the Bucks right now. And I think statistically, the Cowboys are still in.
But they need the Eagles to lose every game.
They need a lot to happen, and I highly doubt they're making it. So, very interesting. Interesting to really look at the playoffs right now.
Let's take a look at that first team out at the bottom for the first time.
First team out.
The Kansas City Chiefs are not going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it's a tough break for Patty Mahomes. Going down with the ACL, and
it's been 27 years since we haven't seen Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, you tell me about
Tom
that.
Brady or
Peyton Manning
in the playoff game. 27 years, which is just a crazy stat. It sucks the way he went out. I don't think he'll ever be the same.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. It's an ACL.
Yeah,
ACLs are nothing, especially for quarterbacks.
We'll see about it. I mean, Kelsey's going to be on his way out in the next couple of years.
What I think, so usually whenever you come back from injury like that, it's not the following year. He wants to be ready for week 1 next year, which is good, but it's going to be the 2027 season where we really see Patrick Mahomes back fully healthy. But by the time, even by next year or even 2027, this team's going to look a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
So, tough break for the Chiefs. They're out.
And being out, the first team out. Or technically the first team out. No, not technically.
They're the latest. They're the latest team out for sure.
First team out was definitely the New York Giants.
That sucks for them. But very very interesting playoff picture here. Some tight races.
I think we're going to see a little bit of change.
Looks good here. I like it.
There's a big fight for the 1 seed. I think there's a lot of different opportunities for a lot of different teams to get that 1 seed.
We're gonna look at some games here this upcoming weekend. We've got a big one, obviously big one here.
I think this is
massive
because if
this is number 1 seed.
Yep.
This is for the number 1 seed right here, essentially.
Yep.
Rams going to Seattle.
At Seattle,
very interesting
game. One of the loudest stadiums, NFL stadiums out there.
Yeah.
Atmosphere is probably going to be amazing. It's not a far drive from LA. I mean. Big. I mean, this is big as it gets right here, for regular season. So, interesting to see how this game goes. My gut tells me that the Rams pick up this win here. Yep. Seattle's been playing good football, but their offense is not all that great. I mean, I can't really say that. They're throwing the ball, they're getting yards, they're getting touchdowns, but when they play another good defense, it's going to be hard for them. The past 2 games, Njigba has not played good at all. He hasn't been open. He hasn't been able to get his hands on the ball. So,
they're scoring 28.9 points a game.
Damn.
5th in scoring, 9th in total yards per game.
Yes, that is crazy.
It's this is gonna be this is big boy football right here. This is gonna be a big matchup here. Excited for this one. Sunday night football, big primetime game. Love it. Battle for the 1 seed. Battle for the 1 seed here. Another one. Another big one.
But them having that half game is gonna screw them, even with the win.
Yeah. Packers got to win this game. This is a big one for them because they're towards the bottom when it comes to the playoff picture here. They're all kind of on that bubble, that last team in. So they need to pick up a win here because if they lose,
I think they've already lost to the Chicago too. This year.
I think so, yeah.
I think it should say it if you scroll down a little bit.
So the Packers and the Lions right now are really they're really battling for that last spot. And so see here.
No, they won against Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Last week.
That was wow. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Interesting here. That's big for the Packers. That's big for them.
I'm not a big fan of playing the same team a week or two apart either. I think you should be playing once in the beginning of the year and once towards the end of the year.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had this opinion with division. I think they should schedule all division games for the last however many division games there are. I think it's you play. Is it 2, 4, 5 or 2, 4, 6?
Yeah, you play
6 division games.
Each team twice. I
think the last 6 games of the year should be division games. Because if we're going to determine the playoffs by division,
so play back, or not necessarily back to back, but you stay in your division.
Yeah, the last 6 weeks of the year. The reason I like that is because if we're going to judge a team, and basically playing on the field is essentially you're putting it out there on trying to make the playoffs. If the division is going to be what determines you to get in the playoffs, the best version of you should be on the field determining the division.
Yeah,
I think later in the years, whenever you're playing your best football, usually. I think I actually would like to see the last 6 weeks of the season be nothing but division games. I think that would be great. Important football because it's essentially the division race.
So it'd be like 3 weeks apart. You'd play the same team 3 weeks apart.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Would very, very interesting to see how that would go. But big game here. Big, massive game. What is this? This is
the number
20th. So this is Thursday night. Thursday night, is that right? Am I thinking right?
19th was...
Oh, no, this is Saturday. This is Saturday night.
Saturday?
Saturday night, yeah. They're starting to do some Saturday games now. So, big matchup here, man. Big for the NFC North. Really, and the Bears. I don't want to really say the Bears are pushing for the 1 seed, but let's just say if, the Bears win, they're going to be right there.
That's Sunday night.
Sunday, I think it's Saturday. Today's Wednesday, right? 18th is...
Oh, it is Wednesday, yeah.
So Sunday. Or Saturday night. Big game there. Another one that's interesting, and really a playoff push for both teams. The Steelers taking on the Lions here.
Both are must wins. I think a loss drops Detroit completely out, and I think the Steelers will be out of the playoff picture, but still in the hunt.
I think they'll be in the wild card. Because they're technically winning their division. So they're in right now.
But I think the lowest seed record is like for the AFC. I totally forgot because they'll be 8-7 with a loss.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's an 8-7 lost team in the playoff picture right now on the AFC side.
Really must win for Detroit. Must win because they are technically out of the playoffs right now.
Yep. They
need this win, and they need a Green Bay loss for them to really try to jump up in the playoffs here. So, massive game here. We'll see. These are some tight games that we're about to see here. And really the last game that we're really looking at here is the 49ers and the Colts. We'll see Phillip Rivers out there again against a tough 49ers team. Sneaky good team here at 10-4. Probably going to make the playoffs most likely with San Fran and Indies. They're trying to scratch and claw their way into the playoffs right now.
They need a win too, I believe. I think Colts lose another one, they're out.
They're probably going to be out.
After an amazing season they had too.
It's crazy. Look like one of the best teams in football. And then, obviously here the 49ers they're playing good football now and they're kind of hitting a stride here. So
Phillip Rivers got
massive game here. So I'm excited. This is going to be a good week. The last couple weeks are going to be big because obviously, this is going to be, the race for the playoffs and excited. A lot of good football is about to take place. So fun. It's going to be some fun stuff here in the latter few weeks of the season. Is coming down. The season's gone by fast. We're already, basically we're already in the playoffs for college. We're already about to be in the playoffs for the NFL. So
time flies during football season.
It's crazy. It's crazy. We were just at the beginning of the year not too long ago. So we're gonna jump off here, and we'll be back next week, and we'll be speaking some heat, man. We're gonna be talking some more ball, man. Peace.